Hi, and welcome to Smoking Jays. I'm JB.
And I'm Jay.
And so we're here to give you a brief wrap-up of what happened at SDCC this weekend.
Yeah.
Now, starting off, really we've got toys, stuff.
Toys.
Yeah, lots of toy news.
A whole lot of toys.
TV news, and then probably what I'm most excited about, movie news. But straight into toys. The big out of left field this year was Mondo Toys. Mondo Toys. They actually showed 12th scale, no, 6th scale Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures that were representations from the original comic book series. Now, just for an example, these are 12th scale. 6th scale would be twice as big as these are, and they're gorgeous sculpts, amazing, and I was completely taken aback because they're a relatively unknown in the toy industry. Then they came out and they've got all 4 turtles with both the comic book coloring style and then the classic cartoon show coloring style as well.
So then comic coloring style, they'd all have the red, is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Raphael is the only one that will be exactly the same for both. Other big news was Diamond Distributors. They actually have, I think it's 7-inch figures of the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So they've done 3 of the Ghostbusters. The only one that we haven't seen so far is Egon. They've also done Zool, the Gatekeeper, and then the Keymaster, Louis Tully.
Now, does it look like Rick Moranis?
It's a fair representation of the character. They also did the Terror Dogs, a Slimer, and then Gozer in like the skin tight jumpsuit.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised. Their retail price is like $25 on these, and they're really good looking figures too. They kind of blow the ones that Mattel did a couple years ago out of the water, and they're a little bit bigger too. In addition to that, we've got Marvel Legends. Hasbro announced a couple new lines. One full set of Spider-Man figures, which include the fan favorite Spider-Gwen, and also have kind of a classic rendition of the Eddie Brock Venom, something that we haven't seen in almost 15 years.
So like big burly flat top?
No, not the flat top, but he has the classic Todd McFarlane look to him.
Okay, gotcha.
So really sleek black costume. No, doesn't go crazy overboard on the detail with highlights and washes and stuff on the paint job. But it's a solid looking Venom figure. So I was really excited to see that. And another thing that they did is they have Speed Demon, and it comes with a Silvermane figure. But it's Silvermane. It has like a robot body and a human head. So they left out the robot body and they put him on top of a radio controlled car. So it's this head riding around in an RC car.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. Really looking forward to the series. And then also we've got DC Collectibles announced that they're going to do more of their TV WB figures. They showed a Heat Wave, Unmasked Malcolm Merlin, and a couple other figures. They did the modern Black Canary. I'm not sure if that's a reveal or they showed it just recently, but everything looks really good coming out from them. And then last but not least, you have Mattel, and they kind of made their venture back into the 6-inch scale of their DC stuff too. So they're doing the same thing that DC Collectibles is doing, but I think DC Collectibles is doing a better job of it because they look like really soft likenesses of the characters that are supposed to be from TV. And you've got the Batman Superman stuff from them all on the same scale, and those, it's kind of the same story. It's a very soft likenesses. So I'll hope to see it come out better once they hit retail, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
So now what about the Star Wars toys? Because there were quite a few of those.
Star Wars actually did pretty good. They announced 4 or 5 figures for this upcoming year. One of them is this massive TIE Fighter. So this is in scale with these figures here. The TIE Fighter would probably be, I don't know, maybe 3.
It was pretty big.
2.5, 3 feet tall.
It was a 1/12.
Yeah, it's
1/12 scale?
1/12 scale, and they have a TIE fighter pilot that comes along with it. They also showed off the new Jango Fett.
Yeah.
They showed off the classic Tatooine Luke Skywalker.
Very cool.
They showed off Ahsoka from Clone Wars.
Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels.
Okay, and Star Wars Rebels, and
Yeah.
then the other character from Star Wars Rebels that they showed off was
Kanan.
Yeah. And
So if you don't watch that cartoon, do it.
it's actually a more realistic take on the character because they made it look like it was a real person as opposed to the
cool.
animated style. So it's a little bit different, but I really do like the direction they're going in with making these more realistic versions of the characters that are in the animated animation.
Yeah.
So
the cartoon's doing well.
the cartoon is doing very, very well. And I think that's about all I got for toys.
For toys. Okay, so then do we want to jump into TV?
Sure.
Okay, so the CW, DC TV obviously had a whole bunch of stuff. Season 2 of The Flash coming out, Season 4 of Arrow coming. You had Legends of Tomorrow. There was a bunch of stuff for The Flash. Obviously, the end of Season 1 opened up a lot to the Flash Force and all of that. So they've got a lot of new costumes. They teased Jay Garrick. They teased Wally West as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
In fact, the end of the trailer for the new season was Zoom is coming, is what it said, and it was like a blue Flash running around.
Okay.
So there was that. Legends of Tomorrow. It was the same promo pretty much that they
we've
let
seen
out
before.
Yeah, really good. But
don't get me wrong. It looks pretty amazing. I mean,
I think the show's going to be good.
I certainly hope so. When are they going to go back live with these? Is this fall or is this?
Yeah, it's fall.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all fall.
So we got a couple months left before we start seeing some of this stuff on TV.
Yeah, quite a bit. And of course they had the Supergirl panel. They also had big stuff for The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, I did see the promo video for The Walking Dead, and
So good.
yeah, it has me excited to see the upcoming season.
I had a nerd boner. I get those a lot, but I definitely had it for The Walking Dead. And Fear the Walking Dead, it's a new show coming in, and they're trying to capture on the whole zombie craze too. It's still by Robert Kirkman, so I'm sure it's going to be good. It's on AMC. I don't know if I was too excited about the trailer though.
Well, I mean, we don't really have a connection to the characters at this point in time.
Right.
They're not comic referenced characters.
Yep.
So I hope it does well. I hope it's a good show, and I'm really just looking forward to seeing it and having that under my belt before I make a decision.
Yeah. So,
Anything else?
not that I was excited about, no. So, then we have the last.
Yeah, the movies.
The movies were. There's
Okay.
some big stuff with movies.
We'll hold off on the most exciting
Yeah,
part
yeah,
till the
yeah,
last
yeah.
bit. But first off, something that really did excite me was seeing the Deadpool trailer.
Which I just showed you.
Yeah, which you just showed me, which looks incredible.
Insane.
As far as an actor understanding a character, Ryan Reynolds really does get Deadpool.
He gets them.
And anything that's been done up to this point can be thrown out the window because you're going to have a very comic accurate suit.
Yep.
He looks exactly like he does in the comic books. You're going to have very comic accurate dialogue.
Very much so.
You've got Ryan Reynolds turning the camera, breaking the fourth wall, and talking to the audience that's watching the movie, which is very, very Deadpool.
Yeah.
And then you also have things like your X-Men references.
Mm-hmm.
In the trailer showed Colossus.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this: he looks a lot cooler in the trailer than he did in the X-Men movies.
I can't not agree with you. So. The trailer was really good.
It was amazing.
It was grainy and it was shitty. It was from somebody's phone, but it was still good.
And then you also have the character of Weasel, who's going to be
T.J. Miller.
It's T.J. Miller, and he is Deadpool's technological counterpart.
I love T.J. Miller.
And their dialogue back and forth is pretty phenomenal, even just from what
Yeah.
we've seen in the clips.
Yeah, the hard to look at thing was funny.
God. It's obviously not going to be a PG-13 or a
No, it's
PG
rated
movie.
R.
It's very rated R.
Very rated R.
And
Even the trailer.
Yeah, even the trailer.
It's a not safe for work trailer.
No. I'm excited. I'm really excited because he's a character that you have to have that treatment with.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Well, and along with that, obviously, Marvel wasn't there with their movie panel.
They're holding off till D23.
Yeah, Kevin Feige said we don't. We did a big show last year, so we're busy right now.
Well, I mean, they were there for the TV stuff.
Yeah, they were there for TV stuff,
Yeah,
and there was a lot for their Marvel animated and all that. That was
They were
great.
represented. Joss Whedon was there. I saw
Yeah.
pictures of him at the con.
Yeah.
And their presence was there, but it wasn't official.
Right, but one that did have a big presence was Warner Brothers.
Yes, they had a huge presence there.
Warner Brothers, they flexed their muscle pretty good, I thought. Not just for a comic book, but just for their slate of movies that they got going on.
Yeah.
They had a new trailer and panel for Pan.
Okay.
The Hugh Jackman playing Blackbeard, I guess. I didn't watch it. That's your domain.
Okay.
But you didn't watch it. And then we have, they had The Man from U.N.C.L.E.,
Mm-hmm.
which was Henry Cavill. So he was already there
Yeah.
when they then introduced Bats vs. Supes, which
Yeah.
was good.
I'm.
You're
I saw
still
the
skeptical,
trailer.
I'm
I'm
sure.
still very skeptical.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know you are.
I can't say that I'm gonna like it. I can't say that I'm really all that excited for it. I have to watch it because it is something that we're going to review on the show anyways. But at the same time, I can't really say that it's got my attention just yet.
I don't know. I watched it, and I thought it was great. And Henry Cavill, obviously, same Man of Steel, and then you got little glimpses of Bruce Wayne and Batman and Tom Swain and all that. So I was excited. Then you had Suicide Squad, which came out and did a pretty decent crowd showing, I guess. The trailer that I saw for it was grainy, so I couldn't really tell what was going on through the whole thing. But it showed all of the main characters in it. Including at the very end, had that little scene that we kept seeing everybody leak of Batman on top of Joker's car.
Okay.
And then it had a quick little snippet of Joker at the end, which was Joker-ish.
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 Okay.
I wouldn't say Joker-esque. But then we have the big one.
Oh yeah. The absolute highlight of
The thing I was
Comic-Con
most
for
excited
me
about.
was the Star Wars panel. It was
stuff.
It was amazing, and we watched the live tweet of it, and it was just incredible. Like,
Over the top incredible.
yeah, well, they started out with a panel of the new characters, and then you had obviously J.J. Abrams, and they were kind of going through and talking about it, and I think Harrison Ford made fun of Oscar Isaac's hair.
And said he looked like he was wearing a wig on the
Yeah.
time. So.
But
good
then,
stuff.
then they started bringing in the bad guys, and you get to meet the rest of the three main bad guys, including Brienne of Tarth,
Yeah.
who's the
yeah.
Chrome Trooper.
Gwendolyn Christie?
Yeah.
I always get her names mixed up because they're two first names. And then you had Adam Driver,
Yes.
for Kylo Ren. And then they finally showed a picture of Dominic Gleeson's character, which is a bad guy.
Yes.
So that was cool. General something or the other.
General Han, maybe? I don't
No, I don't
know.
know.
But you have, at that point in time, they bring out the original cast. And
Totally cool.
you had Mark Hamill, you had Harrison Ford, and then you also had
Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher come out.
And they were all like riffing off each other.
Yeah, and
lines from the
so
movie.
back and forth,
That
and
was
you
cool.
got to see them on stage again together for the first time in forever. And it was a really, really special panel.
Yeah, and then J.J. Abrams kind of made everybody like lose air for a second because he said they didn't have a new trailer. You could feel the air leaving the room.
Yeah.
But then he gave them 4 minutes worth of awesome.
Yeah, behind the scenes footage, which we posted to the Facebook page.
Yes.
So if you really want to see it, go and take a look at the Facebook page. And
It made me weepy.
Yeah, it was very, very cool, and the attention to detail, that he's paying to the way that the original movies were made,
Yes.
with the puppeteering and making the characters more lifelike because they're there in the shot with you, as opposed to the CG of the original trilogy or the prequels.
Yeah.
And so, very, very amazing SDCC.
Yeah, very much so. A lot of cool stuff came out of that. So I was
Absolutely.
very, very pleased with this year's. So I'm sure there's going to be some more stuff coming out, blog-wise and maybe even show-wise, depending on timing for us.
Yep.
After the dust settles from SDCC. So,
From the Spoken Jays, I'm JB,
and I'm Jay.
and that was SDCC.
Thanks for joining our little universe.
Bye.